Okay, here we are live in different platform. Hi guys, and today we talk about honoring. Honoring is one of the 5 elements of intimacy, and if we look at what if honoring will always be like relating to yourself and related to your partner or the people you're surrounding with, you have relationship with. It will be always, hi Amanda, it will be always honoring you and treat yourself with regards and other people as well, no matter what, always, in any situation. I've been just pick it up. Good morning. Good morning, Dan. I've been actually, hi Albina in Instagram. So I've been actually looking as well, okay, what is the meaning that we early learn about honoring? Most of the time, honor is like you need to honor your parents, you need to honor your family, you need to actually behave in a way, that you will be honoring others. Basically, equal respect others and not being disrespectful, right? Like you need to respect your parents. You can't be disrespectful. So it seems in a way that the honoring that we are like used to be and used to have in our since we actually we were born, it's basically uh, don't don't have the same level of care for ourselves. Was mainly like how do we have to behave. We don't have to bad behave with others. And what if actually, like in Access, when we talk about honoring, it's as I say also in the previous two, Facebook Live or Instagram or whatever I've been, it's really like, what if we use these 5 elements of intimacy that I'm going through, mainly with yourself? Because when you have those elements of intimacy with you first, you can have them with anyone else in your life. That could be your partner, could be your friends, could be your family, your parents, your kids, anyone, really, anyone. And in this case, honoring as well is like treating yourself with regards, no matter what. And of course, the other one too. And one other thing I want to mention as well, like I was supposed to have this Facebook Live about honoring probably 4 days ago, 3 days ago, on my in a different time. It was mainly more my 11 p.m. And I was so eager to do this 5 live talking about the elements of intimacy in a row. Okay, I got it. I thought, Albena, you were saying that you couldn't hear me. I'm like, oh no. Anyway, and then since I've been basically, we just finished a big event online. That was like one of the biggest events we usually do in Access Consciousness, is CF training. And it's been 5 days, starting at my 12:30 a.m. And I was going until 8:30 a.m. And then on day 3, basically, I couldn't make it. I was so tired and I had to sleep a little bit more instead of doing this one. And, that was like a choice for me as well to look at, okay, if I have to treat myself with regards, can I also make a different choice? Can I change the choice I made to have it every day at the same time to deliver this for you guys as well? I'm like, okay, what if honoring of me was also making another choice without getting into the wrongness of me, and without even, oh, I choose and I promise everyone that will have been the day and the time. And that wasn't care. That wasn't kind for my body. That wasn't kind for me. So how many times you have been looking at honoring most the others, right? And at the same time, you were no longer honoring you. Hi, Kitty. You were no longer honoring you. Tell me, how many times? One, 10, or megatons? I would say megatons, right? Because when we give our words, when we make a choice and we involve other people, like we don't even consider that we can make a different choice based on that. And what if we make a different choice, we are not dishonoring anyone? Because when you are honoring you without the judgment, without the reaction of I'm doing this because, without the justification of it, you just make a choice, a different choice based on really being the energy of what will create greatest in your life. Look at how lighter is it, right? Are you honoring you? Are you dishonoring others? Or it's just like that? So that's it. And also, if you never did read the Being You Changing the World book, written by Dr. Dan here, that it's in 14 languages. It's one of the most amazing book I ever came across. It's been one of the books that changed so much for me. And as well, how he talks about honoring too, in mainly in a relationship. Most of the time when we are in a relationship with our partner, and how we are start cutting, out part of ourselves to basically fit in the relationship, because we have been learning that we need to adapt ourselves to other people's needs or to please other people. But that's no longer really honoring you. So let's see, for instance, like maybe you love dancing and you start no longer choosing to go to dance because maybe your partner doesn't like it. Or I still remember that with the father of my daughter, I try to Albena say, thank you for this live. I'm asking the universe for contribution regarding a thing in my life, and this live pops. Thank you, Albena. Thank you for being here, and thank everyone. So I remember the first big, like very important relationship I had is the father of my daughter. We stayed together for 17 years, and when we got together at the beginning, we were really like boyfriend girlfriend, and everything was amazing, and I think I was one of the happiest person in the planet. Then when the relationship started getting more serious, I became pregnant. So basically we were wife and husband, even if we never got married. I knew he didn't like me to use makeup. So I start, don't use makeup anymore. I knew he didn't like me dressed in a certain way. And so I started dressing differently, more simple, and not to show as much the part of my body, because that will make him jealous. But as well, like I slowly start cutting out part of me that actually I was enjoying. I stopped seeing a lot of my friends and thinking about, okay, if I'm doing this, I'm honoring him and he will be happier. But never, like, if you're trying to fulfill other people's needs or you're trying all the time to please them, you know what? Did it ever work? For me, there was always something else that wasn't working. So, and I realized long time after that the thing wasn't working because I was not honoring me. I was not honoring what actually was make me happy. And it doesn't mean that if you are honoring you are taking away something from your partner, or you're taking away something from your friends, or you're taking away something from your from your from your kids, from your family. It's really the way when you are, and I say this for probably the third or fourth time, you are treat yourself with regards, always. That's the honoring. And if you treat yourself with regards always, you know as well how to do it with others as well. So it's really like, what if we are willing as well to embrace a different way of honoring? And that's no longer, I need to, talk in a certain way. I need to, be in a certain way because that's what other people requires from me. What if you start asking, what is truly honoring for me? What does mean true honoring for me? What does mean actually treat myself with regards, no matter what? What is that? And please, guys, like being aware. If something that pops up to you now, like, oh, this means to be selfish. I don't want to be selfish. Ask a question: is it truly being selfish? Have honor, like treat yourself with regards. In Access, we have these amazing tools that what is true for you, it light, and lightness could actually um, be perceived in different ways. I don't know, like a sense of happiness, a sense of, open up of your chest, or a sense of peace. But when something is light, is true for you, it's light. And when something is it's a light for you, it start being heavy. It start have the sense of contraction. Start have the sense of pushing things instead of having things flows to you. So please, like, if you start using those questions to perceive what actually is true for you. So whenever it comes up, oh, if I'm honoring of me before honoring of others, I'm being selfish. Is it something that expand your life? Is something that actually is light, or it's contraction? Just that, because one of the things I love the most about Access Consciousness is really that Access Consciousness empowers you to know that you know. It's not like me telling you what is right, or tons of other facilitators around the world, or other modalities. It's really like, what do you know that's true for you? And that's actually what creates a more expansion for your life. And there is a sense of possibilities and exponentialization of those possibilities that is beyond anything else. When you follow what's true for you, that's when you're honoring yourself. So, what energy, space, consciousness, and choice can we in our body be to be total honoring of us for all the eternity? That's a nice question to ask probably every day. And so far, we have been going across like that. I went through allowance, gratitude, honor, and the next two will be trust and vulnerability. I will do it in the next 2 days in a row. Now I'm like out of this huge class that I just did. And if you have any, thank you, Kitty. Yeah, let's spot and poke all of that. And what is spot and poke? If you never heard about Access Consciousness or the clearing statement, you can just really go on www.theclearingstatement.com, and there will be a nice video with explanation of what is the clearing statement. And that's it for today, really. So what energy, space, and conscious can you be to really treat you with regards? Yeah, and cool. I wish you an amazing day, morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are in the world. And if you truly being you, what would you choose? Bye. See you tomorrow. And thank you for being here. Now I stop this one and